All right, everyone, welcome to the Argen and FullContour webinar here, talking about design services and Argen manufacturing and all sorts of fun stuff. We're going to let you guys join the room here and just take a few minutes to get things going.
Welcome, Sue. Welcome, Ross.
Lots of people coming in. How you doing, Steve, John, Greg?
You recognize some of these names, Logan?
I know a name or two.
Awesome. Logan, how many years you been at Argen now?
Oh man, getting real close to 9.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, no, it's a hard company to leave. They don't let you out the door. They know how to lock them. So
Well, that's good.
Great.
I would expect that Argen takes good care of their people. They took good care of their customers, and it's one of the things I love about working with you guys is you really care about your relationships both internally and externally, which is very admirable.
thank you. Yeah, it helps, being a family-owned company, even as we continue to grow, they still do their absolute best to make everybody feel part of the family. I think anybody at all, if they wanted to, could actually just waltz into Anton's office and give him a piece of their mind, and he'd listen. So
I love it. Have you ever done that? Have you ever walked in and be like, "Listen, dude"?
a couple of times, and he's been very receptive, very receptive.
I love it. I love it. That's really good. All right. Well, we'll give it another minute. We'll just do some intro. I'm Rob Lejeune, CEO of FullContour. Been here since the beginning. We've been doing design services for 10 years now. Got my brother Jesse Lejeune. We got Cole Bishop, who is our design quality manager, and Sarah Bryant, who is our core lab extraordinaire. We support all of our Crown and Bridge and Automate and all sorts of stuff. So that's my team. Logan, I think everyone knows you already. You're like the franchise player over there at Argen.
I am the John Elway of Argen's Denver Broncos. I'm sure there are 30 people on the webinar that appreciate that one. No, yeah. So I'm Logan. As some of you may have heard, I've been with Argen for about 9.5 years, or 8.5 years, almost 9. If you don't know who I am, I have done a lot of lecturing on behalf of Argen. I also manage tech support and our design services team. We wanted to thank you all for joining us today. There is a lot going on, and we know it can be confusing. And so we're really hoping that this webinar will simplify things and help you understand, what the product offering out there is. And I also really wanted to take a moment to, give a huge shout out to the FullContour team. They only do designing, and at Argen we do quite a bit. So it is my opinion, and it is the opinion I would feel comfortable saying of Argen, that we're trying to give everybody a better experience by handing you over to a design partner who can give you more, do more, and do it faster. We're really excited with the product offering that FullContour has. They'll be going through it. They've got super high quality design options like Lucid. They're also capable of doing things that we don't offer in our design center, such as splints and dentures. So we're really hoping that you'll all be able to take advantage of leveraging that relationship with FullContour to expand what it is that you're doing, offer more products to your doctors while still getting the same products that you would always have gotten from Argen. They'll hop into it, but FullContour is going to show you, how easy it is to still work with us and receive the same products while working with their design center. So I believe Rob is going to be speaking next. I will be here if anybody has any questions, but Rob, please take it away.
Thank you, Logan. Thank you. Important question before I get started. Are you on the Ohio State side of Argen or the Michigan side of Argen?
I kind of sit like right in between the two. It's the safest place to be. I like winners. That's the answer. I like winners.
Okay, you're the fair weather guy. Okay, good. You just celebrate with whoever's celebrating. I love it.
I like to talk trash.
I know that there's a strong rivalry with Michael Clark and Anton there, and I always love seeing them go back and forth. But All right, we'll jump into it. So we started our partnership with Argen, I want to say like 8, 9 years ago, where we came together and said, hey, let's take the designs that we're doing and integrate them into Argen for manufacturing. So we've had a long-standing relationship with Argen. We have a very robust integration into Argen Link and a strong partnership. So we're super excited to support Argen in this transition. So we just wanted to highlight some things about FullContour. If you guys don't know much about us, going to go to the next slide, Sarah. So we've been doing this for 11 years. We've done over 7 million cases and we have 180 designers. So we've got some experience. We're not perfect. The dental industry is one of those things where you're constantly pursuing continuous improvement and making things better, making things more efficient. And we love this business. We love the dental business. We love the design business. And we have a passion to help you guys as our lab partners to grow and scale and make your laboratories more efficient. Next one, Sarah. So this is our Phoenix support team. So in Phoenix, Arizona, we have about 20 people that handle our accounting and support and R&D. And we're here to help you guys. You know, Cole is here and the support team is here to, you know, troubleshoot any issues you have, or let's say you want to do something special with the design that we currently don't offer. We have like visual design codes that Sarah will show, and it's quite often that someone says, hey, I've got this unique thing that I want. We're here to help you with that, to document it and to make sure that it's easy and convenient for you to order that from us and make sure our designers understand what you want. And then we just deliver back to you exactly what you wanted. So we love our team here. We're more like a family than anything, and we're here to support you guys. Go on the next slide. So we have 3 design center locations. We have one in Central America, one in Asia, and one in EU. So we really cover the globe well. And this brings us consistency and scalability and also redundancy. You know, we face some COVID pressure in certain sites, and we've been able to kind of, you know, shift the load to some other sites to keep up. And so it's been really nice to have that. I think we're the only design center in the world that has 3 locations like that. Go to the next slide. And we cover a very wide range of indications. And I think many of you are using Argen for crown and bridge, which we're happy to support. And we've been doing that for many, many years. So we do all the classic crown and bridge, the fixed types of prosthetics, but we also have a suite of orthodontic design services, surgical guides, and removables. So there's a whole bunch we could talk about today, but we're not going to dive deep into really any one of these. We are going to show, Sarah's going to show sending some basic crown and bridge cases just to kind of hit the bread and butter, the core of what you guys have been using Argen for. But of course, if you're interested in our ortho stuff, our guided surgery stuff, our removable stuff, we'd love to talk more about that. Next slide. All right, Sarah, this is you.
So this next one is just going over live sign up. If you don't already have a FullContour account, this is how you want to go about it. You just go to FullContour.com. Up on the right-hand side, there's going to be a sign up button. You're going to fill out your form. It's pretty simple and easy. Your first and last name, the email address that you're going to want to log in with every day. Anything that we can contact you with, your phone number, your business address, all of that fun stuff is going to be filled out here. It's all done yourself on the internet, so you don't have to wait for one of us to get into the office to help you out with this. I'm just going through the steps here, showing you how simple and easy it is. We do require credit cards for billing. We bill every Friday, invoice every Friday, billed that Friday night for the cases that have been designed. Just going over different indications that you'd like to see. If you select different indications, our specialist will follow up with you when you sign up as well to go over each of those indications that you selected. Super simple and easy. This took maybe 2 minutes to sign up. Pretty much everybody could do it. If you need help, just let us know, give us a call. We can help you out with this as well. Sending cases to FullContour is easier than ever. We have an integration inside of ThreeShape that is a little FC black box button. When you first select your cases, you're going to select that FC box. The first time you log in, it's going to pop up a login window for you to log in. This box will pop up saying your case has been accepted by our site. And once it lands on our platform, this is our order form that you must fill out. Design guide codes are pretty much the instruction box. Here you can set favorites by clicking on that little heart icon, or you can set defaults by clicking on the little plus icon and setting that as your default for every case that you want to send. We make this super simple and easy. You just choose your codes you want, click apply, and it'll save those codes for all of your cases that you want to send. We do have codes
Sarah?
where you can enter values. Yes.
Question, difference between favorites and defaults. And under what scenario am I selecting a bunch of favorites? And then what happens when I select defaults?
Yeah, so favorites are codes that you use frequently, but not all the time. Those are codes that you want to see at the top of your design guide. Anytime you open up your design guide, it's there for you to select if you need them. Defaults are codes that you're going to use every time you send a case. So it's automatically going to be selected. You don't have to worry about it every time you send the case. It will be there no matter what.
So it's there on every case. And then if I select a new default later, it gets rid of my former default and changes it to my new default.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, cool.
We also have codes where you can type in values. If you have a one-off case where your occlusal difference or your contacts are going to be different than what you have set as a default, you can pre-mark those in here in these codes, and our designers will pick that up and use that as your main design preference. This is our order form. You'll see what codes you have selected here, just so you can see what you have selected. If you need to select different ones, you can do that as well. We do have a different design guide per indication. So models, you're only going to see the model codes. Crowns, you're only going to see the crown codes. You type in your patient name. This instruction box is only for instructions that aren't covered by our design guide codes. Turnaround times, we do offer rush designs. And if you require a design approval, you can select the box there. I know a lot of Argen customers are liking that. We are integrated with Argen manufacturing. So when you send a case, you can choose in-house or Argen manufacturing. Once you submit your case, it's going to land on our platform in the Sent for Design folder. You're going to get your own unique order ID. If you actually click on it, you can actually see your file that you sent. Any design guide codes that you selected for that case is going to be there for you to see and for our designers to see. If you click on the case folder, again, that's going to be all your files. Your activity is where the messages sit. So if our designers have a question on a case, they're going to put a message on there, and it's going to be where you can respond back to them. When our designers pick it up and start designing, your case will move into the design in progress. If they have any issues, it'll go on to the on hold folder. Again, if you selected that needs approval checkmark box, it'll go into that folder. And when we're done designing, it'll go into that ready for download folder. Now, if you selected Argen Manufacturing as the manufacturer for that file, when it goes into that ready for download folder, it will automatically shoot off to Argen, and you'll be able to look it up on Argen's website then as well. If you chose in-house manufacturing, that means you're personally going to manufacture that item, where you can bring that file right back into your ThreeShape, and you can either adjust something if you need it adjusted, or you can F7 it and send it to Argen that way as well. So if you are iffy on a case, we always suggest choosing in-house, internally looking at it, and then you can shoot it off to Argen then from your dental system as well. That is pretty much the whole kit and caboodle. It was kind of a lot of information, but it's pretty simple as you get going with it. We always suggest logging into your account, playing around with your account. Your location tab up in the upper left-hand side is everything that contains to your account. It's got your design preferences, your price list, everything on your specific account, along with the design guide. So you can view that design guide without even having to send a case. You can set your defaults, your preferences, all of that fun stuff.
One thing quickly, I just want to mention, Sarah, if you happen to send a case and you're not seeing a design guide code that you would like us to add, something that you would typically send on a regular basis, you can always request for us to do that and send that over to us, and we can create a design guide code for that.
what Cole said is correct. If you have specific design requirements, we can create those design guides for you to use on a daily basis. We just need a picture of what you're trying to depict to the designers and detailed instructions on what they need to do to achieve that. And we can get our designers trained on the code that you're wanting to use. Again, our workflow is pretty simple. You just do the live sign up like we showed you. Sending the order is easy as ever. You just use that button. We also have the drag and drop method that does require exporting out orders. So it's just a little bit longer of a process. We design it. You can track the status every step of the way. You can receive and approve the designs and then produce and send to the manufacturing. So everything that we went over in that video is our workflow. If you have any specialty instructions, just let us know. We do have, we do offer ThreeShape Automate as well. Now, there's been a lot of confusion, ThreeShape FullContour versus ThreeShape Automate. We are separate entities. They are completely separate websites. So please reach out if you have any questions. ThreeShape Automate is AI powered. So it is completely computer based. There is no human touching your case. You get designs back as 5 minutes, as little as fast as 5 minutes. And your cost can be as low as $1.99 per crown. You can have multi-units in the same arch, as long as they're posterior single unit posterior crowns. So you can go up to full 8 in the back if you'd like. We do have different settings as well. It takes the dental system order or the .dental project file format folder from Exocad. So you can send either one of those ways. And for being an Argen customer, we do have that $200 promo credit for Automate. You just need to send us an email with that Argen Automate promo code and the email that you signed up with. How that differs from FullContour is dental technician design. So your human is designing this case. We have next day turnaround options. We also do offer rush designs for an added fee. We do allow specific instructions. So cutbacks, screw access holes, all of that can be requested on FullContour site. We do have a promo code as well for there. It's $100 credit. We just need that Argen FC promo code emailed to us, and we can add that $100 credit to your account as well.
And Sarah, we didn't put that on here, but the promo lasts until the end of January. Is that correct?
January 31st, you have to give that to us, and we can add that code for that promo credit for you. Next up is our specialty indications. Cole?
Awesome. So yeah, along with everything we've kind of gone through today as far as what we offer, I kind of wanted to touch on a couple of our premium design offerings. So we have both Lucid and All on X. We've taken a lot of time and effort to get a team specifically trained for both of these indications. What this does is it gives you the ability to fully customize your more aesthetic cases. So full arch cases of crowns or your All on X hybrids. We all know that a hybrid design can be quite difficult and challenging. So we've built a team around that for a deep evaluation process for each case that we receive. And we have a very in-depth protocol that we go about for both of these offerings. It's been an amazing journey since we started these, and we've seen some great results. So this is something that I highly recommend you guys going with on your more difficult, challenging cases. You know, if you have some in-depth specifics that your doctor or patient is looking to send on this would be a great opportunity to choose either one of these. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and we'd be happy to discuss more and go over the design guide options and some of the availability that we have for this.
Yeah, thanks, Cole. Argen clear aligners, we also design those as well. You're going to want to reach out to Argen at customercare@argen.com. They will shoot our specialists an email, and we'll be in contact with you to set up a demo and get you all set up for the Argen clear aligners. But we do offer that. That is a new product that we've been pushing out as well. Also, if you have any questions or concerns here at customer support, we'd be happy to assist you. We are available 5:30 to 3:30 Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. You can email us at support@FullContour.com, or we also have a chat button on our website as well. So there's 3 different ways you can get a hold of us. Anybody that picks up the phone should be able to help you, but if you need anything specific, be sure to ask for any one of our specialists. And then I think we're just going to leave it open for questions right now.
I see a question coming in from Tanya regarding night guards and splints. So we do have both a night guard and splint offering. The only difference between the two is with our night guards, we offer just a simple flat plane night guard, but we give several different options for your border, your thickness, all of that. Then when we get into our splint design offering, we have multiple various functioning aspects to how the different splints that we offer. So I'd encourage you to just take a look at the design guide and see, what's going to fit best for you. And again, if there's something that you don't see on that, we're always happy to add additional options in there.
Sarah, people can take a peek at the design guide before they upload a case, right? Could you just maybe show that? And like if someone's curious and they want to look at, the design guide for splints or look at the design guide for Lucid, they could, click in their location tab to see those details. Sorry, we didn't rehearse this. I'm testing your ability to work on the fly.
Always. Yeah, let me pull that up.
The design guide, we used to have PDF documents, but we don't do that anymore because we have it contextual now to every single indication type. So when you're in Lucid, you will only see design codes for Lucid. When you're in All on X, same. When you're in dentures, same. When you're in splints, the same. And so it's important to know that the whatever design indication you're working with is what code that you will see for that. Go ahead, Sarah.
Yeah, so your codes live under this location tab. Again, this is everything about your account. You'll be able to see your price list, your design preferences that you need to set up, and then your design guide. So design guide, you can actually look at everything that we offer and the codes underneath all of those. So if we want to go into the crown codes, you can actually look and see what ones are your favorites. That means you selected that heart icon. It'll also let you know if this is a default. You can remove defaults, set defaults, all of the fun stuff from here. Expanding different areas as well will get you all the rest of the codes. We do have them broken down into different categories to help you navigate this a little easier. But you can go in if you want to maintain pre-marked margins. That means if you want to pre-mark your margins before sending to us, you have to select that code. Otherwise, our design software doesn't pick up and register that, hey, they've already had marked these margins for you. You can easily set that as a default, add it as a favorite. It'll automatically go up to the top of your default codes when you're choosing all of your codes. But all of this lives under your location tab. Again,
let's look at splints
Lucid
for
and
a
All on
second.
X. Yeah.
Splints.
I
I think you passed the right.
Argen split.
Yeah, that should have the same categories and codes involved. So you can see we've added quite a few different border styles. We've been getting multiple requests on where that border is placed. That's one of the reasons why, we wanted to create an in-depth design guide to give like an image description as well as the text that you see below here. So I would say I probably update this on a monthly basis with new codes. So we're happy to accommodate that for you guys.
I want to make a comment here. Stay here, Sarah. That top left code, right? Like there's an image that shows you and our designers exactly what this border style is. And then there's text, right? Give me a border placed just below the height of contour on the posteriors and canine scalp with 1/3 coverage on the centrals and laterals, right? I mean, these types of specific things this is what gives you and us success when we communicate. This design guide was born out of the pain of customers typing in long paragraphs of instructions and then based upon terminology and maybe a little bit of a language gap, our designers would be like, I don't really know what they were describing. So when you click on these codes, it just clarifies everything, right? It gives you a visual and us a visual of, this is exactly what you want. We will take care of this for you. So I know maybe this design guide can maybe seem a little overwhelming, or there's a lot to happen here, but that's when you just give us a call and just say, hey, I want to send a couple splints. Here's how I like them. What kind of codes should I be looking at? And we're happy to walk you through this. And once you send your first couple of orders and you establish your favorites and you set your defaults, then everything works really smooth. And you don't have to like constantly sift through a mountain of codes after you get going and send a few cases.
Awesome. So we have another question come in from Steve. Do you design frameworks so I can have Argen do a non-precious SLM framework? Yes, we do. So one of the other great things about our platform is when you create an order inside of ThreeShape, based on what material you select, the type of design indication, that travels with your order. So once it lands on our platform.
FrameBridge, Sarah, go to FrameBridge, not RPD.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Cole.
No, you're good. So once you create that order and it lands on our platform will read the XML and auto parse what was in that file. So it's going to automatically know that this is a frame bridge. So then from there, when you click on guide, you're going to have all the codes that relate to that.
So yeah, click on, we got colors and different cutbacks and cutback depths and occlusal islands and rest seats, all sorts of good stuff, and pictures to go with every single one of them. Just so that look at all these different rest seat styles, right? So that you are clear what you're asking for and our designers are clear in what they're designing for you. So, and again, if we don't have a code that visually describes what you're looking for, we'll create one. And we'll put it on your design guide and we'll make sure that you are able to have it as a favorite or have it as a default. And then, our designers will execute for you. That's a great question.
Let's see if we get any more questions coming in.
Rob, maybe touch a little bit more on Automate. I know Sarah briefly talked about it, but.
Yeah, it's, we've done close to 300,000 units and it has a 91% acceptance rate. What that means is 91% of the time, the dental lab is saying, I've looked at it, I like it, it's perfect, I'm ready to manufacture it, right? So Automate, it does a really, really good job with its AI algorithms and giving you a crown that you're going to be happy with as is. As Sarah mentioned, you can, if you have Dental System 21, you can import an Automate design back into your dental system. And we do have a YouTube video where Logan walked through an Argen scan box user or an Argen design box user, sending a case through Automate, bringing it back and sending it off to Argen for manufacturing. So it's important to know that by you using FullContour, whether it's our AI, ThreeShape Automate, or our human-based, our FullContour platform offering, we have Argen integration abilities to make that sending that case to Argen for manufacturing easy and convenient for you. We know that's a valuable relationship that you guys have, and we want to help facilitate that for you. On the FullContour platform, you can say, if you upload a case and it's got Argen materials, Argen is going to be defaulted as the manufacturer. And then you can either request it to have design approval, meaning you want it to come back to you to approve, or you can just request it to go straight off to Argen. And when it goes straight off to Argen, that means it gets sent to them as soon as we're done designing it, and then it shows up on your own Argen link account. So then you know where it's at in Argen manufacturing, and then invoicing and shipping and all that. So there's this seamless workflow between the FullContour platform and Argen link that's there to really help you guys with your cases through the workflow. Sorry, of course. Good questions though. Any other questions, throw them in the chat or ask them in the, do we have a Q&A box? Or yeah, no one's asking in Q&A, which is fine. Automate though won't automatically be sent to Argen though. Thought that labs must download. Yes, that's a great point. So when you send cases to Automate, so watch the YouTube videos. So go to the FullContour YouTube channel. There is a great video of Logan walking through that. So you, from Dental Manager, if you have Dental System 21, you can bulk send to Automate, bulk download back into Automate, and then you right-click, export, and drag and drop to Argen link. So there is a couple steps there. But given the fact that Automate will design a crown in 30 minutes, right, you're into a same-day workflow, right? To where before you were, sending a case to Argen and getting it the next day for design, and then you waited another day, a day or two for manufacturing. Now you upload a case to Automate, and for $2.99, or if you're a ThreeShape user, what is it, Sarah?
$2.69.
So for $2.69, you get a 30-minute design that you can send to Argen, right? So now you're into you could be scanning, designing, and submitting to Argen very easily within the same day at scale, right? If you drag and drop 20 cases to Automate for 30 minutes, then all 20 are done at 30 minutes, right? And in many cases, more like 20 to 25 minutes. So you're now batch processing it with a very lean workflow and getting your cases to Argen at the same day that you're scanning, which saving a production day in lab is, we used to own a lab, and man, production time was always a killer, and it was always nice to get ahead, right? And take advantage of that. So
Tara asked the question, I noticed cases I have completed are gone. What is the length of history on FullContour? Great question. So in those file folders, they only last there for 7 days. If you move a case,
for Automate, no,
for FullContour, they'll last in that file folder for 7 days. And then up in the upper right, left-hand side, there's a little search bar. You can search for the patient name. You can search for the file name, for the unique order ID on FullContour's website. Any of those items you can search for in that search bar will pop open that case for you. But yes, to clear out some of to make our website run faster, we only keep those files in that file folder for up to 7 days.
On Automate,
but yes, to Rob's count, yes, on Automate, it's 7 days as well. So after 7 days, they are gone.
They are deleted after 7 days on Automate.
Looks like we got another question from Walter. Have an upper and lower case coming through that has a full wax up that I will scan. Any special instructions we need to give to copy the wax up? Yes, great question.
Sarah, while Cole's talking, go to the Lucid Design Guide and go to the 2 wax up codes.
So one great thing that we have on this is we have a couple different codes that you can select for this. And Sarah will bring these up. We have a copy exact, meaning let's say you have an amazing diagnostic waxer in-house and they designed the case exactly to how you want it. We can basically set that code so that the designers will copy that wax up exactly. Or you can see here, we have a couple other options. So approved wax up is going to be exactly. Basic wax up is going to basically be, what the designers are going to use to kind of establish the length, the width, the overall shape and contours, but they'll make improvements to it. So if you have, a wax up that may have a little bit of discrepancy and you want some improvements to it, then we'll improve it based on that. And then pre-op, if you include a pre-op and you want us to use that as a guideline, we have that as well, and then make the improvements based on that.
While you're in here, Sarah, just glance at a few of the other Lucid codes so people can see that.
Yeah, so Lucid does require, they have 2 requirements. You either have to give us a wax up to follow one of those that we just went over, or you have to give us the length of centrals. And in this code, you can type in the length of centrals here, or you can select the pre-op or wax up codes here, but we do need one or the other in order to continue with the design. So that is a requirement for the Lucid all-on-X type designs.
Nice.
So if you want to scroll up a little bit, and I'll just kind of briefly touch on some of our codes. So as I mentioned earlier, the Lucid offering really gives you the ability to fully customize your design. So if you look at Smile Style, for example, this is something that we've built to really give you the ability to, let's say you really love the library for Matt Roberts, for example, but you're working on a female patient, you want to have a little bit more rounded incisal edges, open up the embrasures a little bit more. We give you that ability to select these codes based on these images to customize just those incisal edges and embrasures. One of the things we also focus on is we try to keep the proposal of the anatomy as close as possible. So we're really just working with global movements to maintain that definition and anatomy, and then adjust according to what was selected. So it's been an awesome offering for us to really, you know, help with your more aesthetic cases.
There's a question about billing. Sarah, you want to talk through that?
Yeah, so our billing process for FullContour is you get invoiced every Friday for designs that have been completed. If you still have designs that are being designed that day, you won't get billed for those until the following week. So you get invoiced in the, I think it's 3 p.m.-ish Pacific Standard Time. You'll get that invoice in your inbox to show you everything that you're going to be billed for. And then that evening, it's going to be that card that you have on file for us will be charged for that invoice. Any credits that you may earn will become off on those invoices. You can actually, let me see if we have one in here to show you. We do. So here's the invoices where they sit on your location tab. In the invoice, if you open it up, you're going to have unique order IDs here. You can actually click on those order IDs and it'll take you to the case that's referring to. Or you can always just reference as well. If you have the patient name in your file name, you'll be easier and able to bill accordingly to who you're charging for. This is what the invoices look like. They do sit on our site. If you have a specific billing person that you want these to go to, we can add them and they'll receive those emails then every Friday. For Automate, it's billed as credits. So what you're doing is you are adding a balance to your account to start with. And then every time you click accept, you are consuming some of that credit that you put there. When you reach zero balance, it's going to ask you to place more money on your account. So it's like a revolving credit line that you have and you're just taking from that. You only pay for the designs that you accept and download. If you reject a case, you don't pay for that at all. So there is zero commitment on Automate site. For FullContour, you are committing to us that you are going to be paying for the design that you are uploading. So that is a little bit different on the two sites as well.
You could upload 100 orders to Automate and not have to pay for any of them if you don't like them. Just make that clear. You can upload as many as you want. There's no risk.
Is the file name editable to be able to see the patient name? Cole, you can take over this. I think it is possible inside ThreeShape, correct?
You mean for Automate, right?
Well, for FullContour. So when they go to the billing section, they'll be able to see the patient name there.
Yeah, so this is based on, so however your order is set up, whatever information you enter in as far as naming the case, that's what will give you the ability to see the patient name if that's something you want.
Do you also have auto workflow like Argen? I want to say yes, just because everything is one smooth process. I'm not too sure on what the auto workflow is for Argen.
I think what they mean is auto design approval and then sending it to manufacturing.
Got you. So yes, at the very beginning, when you send cases to us, you can click that button that says requires design approval. And when you click that, that means you're going to receive an email when that case is done. You can look at it. You can say, yep, this looks great. And once you click approve, it'll shoot it right off to Argen. So that's all you have to do. If you
also
don't
skip that, right?
Yep. If you don't choose that design approval, as soon as the design's done being designed and you have Argen as the manufacturer, it'll just go straight to Argen. So there's no need for you to interact with it at all as well.
And it will show up in your Argen link account. So you'll see it there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Great questions.
Awesome, guys. We're a little over time, but if anyone has any more burning questions, maybe we'll take another more. Otherwise, we'll wrap this up. And this will be, it's being recorded and it'll be posted on our YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, if you do want to obtain a copy of it, you can go visit the FullContour YouTube channel. You could also reach out to us over here. We'll be happy to send you the link as well.
Ronald says, at the present, we scan with and send to Argen with no design approval. How does this work?
They can do the same with FullContour, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, so you just click that FC button, you just fill out your normal order form. The only thing you don't do is you don't check that design approval box. So as soon as we're done designing, it'll go straight to Argen and you'll be able to view it there
Yeah.
as well.
If you guys want an automated flow where you just scan it, send it, and forget it, and you just want the finished crown back from Argen, that's still available, right? So just know that you can still do that with the FullContour relationship and the integration that we have with Argen. I think it'd be good for us to just make sure that we talk about your preferences and make sure you're looking at the design guide and you have all those things set up. That way we're delivering back a crown that meets your expectation. But if that's what you want, is that very simple scan it, set it, forget it workflow, that's absolutely available, just like you had before. In fact, Sarah, let's make a note for our next webinar. Let's cover that. Let's take a video of that simplified workflow, because I think there's a lot of labs with the scan box that probably were doing that before, that they really want that similar workflow with the FullContour relationship.
Yeah.
Great question, Ronald. Gave us some information to cover on our next webinar.
What if I do not like the design? Will it be redesigned and resent? Yes. So FullContour, you only pay for the initial design. If you need to send it back for a redesign, you don't pay for that. That means that we didn't follow the instructions you gave us to design that, and we will redesign that for you. And then as soon as it's done being redesigned, it'll shoot off to Argen. But keep in mind, if you do not check that require design approval box, you will have two different designs at Argen. So I always say, if you're not manufacturing yourself, I would always choose that design approval box, just so you have the ability to say yes or no to that design before it gets sent, because you will get billed by Argen for both of those designs then that get sent to them.
If I may, Camille asks, when you design an implant model, is there a place to request the analog to be delivered with the case? So Camille, in your ThreeShape order form, when you're selecting the model, you have multiple model materials. You'll have Argen model, we'll say model C quad, but you'll see that there's model C quad, and then there's model C quad with dim, or model T full arch and model T full arch with dim. As long as you select the with dim option, that will notify Argen, our website, that we need to include the analog with the case.
Yeah, great. And Tanya, you asked, can you clarify why no 3D viewer as Argen has only 2D pics? Are those working well to see, if not 3D image? The only ones that we don't have 3D viewer for is Automate. That is 2D images. If you have 2021, you can pull it into your system and 3D preview it that way. But FullContour does have the ability for you to click on the STL image, rotate it around, look at it all. So there is both combo of the 2D and 3D.
It's just the crown by itself, though. We don't have it on the FullContour platform. We don't have a 3D viewer loaded to a model. So
you are, Tanya, you can pull that back into your 3Shape though, and 3D preview it that way, and then send it to Argen from there. So you can always choose in-house manufacturing and then bring it into your system, look at it, and then shoot it to Argen.
Carlos, your question on under partial cases, yes, we do design those. So if you have a crown that needs to be fit under a partial, we actually have a design guide code for that. So as long as that's selected, we can handle that for you.
is that the rest seat codes, or are they scanning in the partial?
Yes, they're scanning in the partial, and we fit the crown design to that partial, whether it's a rest seat or a clasp.
And are there two scans to go with it? A scan of the prep and then a scan of the partial separately?
There's a couple ways that I've seen them sent. Typically they'll scan it to where it's one single STL for the working model, and then we can fit that crown to fit inside, whatever clasp and rest is involved. If they do send it as an additional scan or pre-op, it's a little bit more of a challenge because it's hard to adapt to a pre-op versus an actual working model scan, but it both can be done.
And if someone wanted to do a wax up under a partial to design the rest seat exactly how they wanted it, we could just copy that too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Good stuff. Great questions, everyone. I think we're wrapping up here. Again, we're super excited for this. We're here to help you. Please reach out to us when you get your account set up. If you gotta, want to get walked through the different design codes and make sure you're selecting the right ones or aware of all the options that you have, we'd love to get you really comfortable with that process. So, Logan, thank you for being here.
Always
We're
a
gonna-
pleasure.
We're gonna miss you. So we have another webinar in 2 weeks, and you're somewhere like in the North Pole skiing or something.
I will be doing a host of things, and I'm not even sure where I'll be. I just know that I won't be able to be here.
All right, all right.
Top secret, government, maybe wet work.
Got it. Yes, Area 52 stuff.
Yep.
Sounds good. All right, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.
See you.
See you
later.
guys.